Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Olly's Farm, and today you join me here on the farm, and I've got this load of muck here which you can see, which I loaded the other day with the teleporter in the yard, the JCB, and I'm basically going to take this load up to a field, not the field we saw the other day with the muck, but another field which was planted with grass last year. So it's our ex-silage field which is due to be ploughed up, but before it gets ploughed up it's going to be muck spread and then ploughed up. So that's what I'm up to today. This morning I've been feeding the animals, and I've also done an exciting video with a friend of mine down from Essex. So it's quite an exciting video. It's to do with farming technology, and it'll be coming out next week, so stay tuned for that that episode, which will be quite fun, about farming technology and drones and lots of things like that. So that should be quite exciting. So today, like I said, we're going to take this up to the top, and I've got my friend here, Edwin, with me today. He's doing a bit of filming, and we're going to go and head up to the top with this load of muck, and we'll hopefully get some nice shots of the tractor heading up with this load of muck. Okay, so I've just turned up to the field, and that's the pile of muck there you can see, which we've just tipped there. So this field was our old silage field from last year, and like I said earlier, it's got to be muck spread. But if you look on the ground, we've recently had some sheep on here, and they've been grazing off this field, and they've actually done quite a good job of tightening up this grass. But it's only a 1 year lay of ryegrass, so what that means is when this grass was drilled, you can only grow it once a year, and then it has to be ploughed back up again. But you're treating this grass as a crop rather than a permanent pasture, for example. So the idea is that it's incorporated into the arable rotation on the farm. The drone's over there. As you can see, the drone's over there. I just landed it actually, and basically when I landed the drone, it slammed under the ground, and then it went back up again, and I just landed it again. But it seems to have sorted itself out now, so it's just waiting there, ready for when we go back home. So the rest of the muck in the yard, which I've got to get out, is all going to go on this field, and then because this field's only about 15 acres, so it's not going to need a huge amount of muck. So I'm hoping that the muck in the yard, I'll be able to spread the whole of this field, hopefully. And if I can't spread the whole lot of all of this field, I'll just have to reduce the rate to which I'm spreading. So this crop's finished. Earlier last year, we got one really good first cut off this field of Italian ryegrass, and then the second cut was non-existent because of the drought, so I actually had to top this field off. And then on the we were hoping for a third cut, but it just didn't grow enough, so we never really had enough of a crop to get a third cut. So sadly, last year we only had one cut off this field, which is why in this upcoming spring we're thinking of actually not growing the ryegrass anymore going into this year. So we're not actually going to be growing any more ryegrass going into this season. And what we're actually going to do on the farm is try and harvest more grass from the marshes, which is all the way down on the Broads National Park. We're going to harvest hay down there, or silage. We're hoping to harvest hay if we can, if we have a nice dry year. So that's where we're hoping to source all of our feed for this year. And combined with the fodder beet, which will be growing on the farm this year as well, it should all hopefully go to plan. So my jobs for the next few days is to actually get all of the muck out of the yard and onto this field, and in the distance that's the field which I was carting muck out to the other day, on the next door field over there, that is where there's the first load, the big load of muck. That's where the main heap is, and that's where I've got to go first to spread the muck. Then I'll be taking the muck spreader over to here to spread this field as well. So I'll be using the JCB and the John Deere on Friday. As well on the farm at the moment, what's also happening is the sugar beet field. When the sugar beet was harvested, there's some sheep on there now, and they finished eating the sugar beets tops. So this morning they were actually moved off, and the contractor, the farmer from next door, has arrived to plough up that field. So he's actually at the moment busy ploughing that field at the moment. Sadly, he didn't want to be on camera, but that's totally fair enough. So I managed to get some drone footage for you guys of what we would do of the ploughing. So the sugar beet field at the moment is being ploughed up, and also another field on the farm as well has been ploughed up, which is all going to be going into our next crops on those fields. So hopefully in the coming weeks I'll be able to get you some nice footage of the drilling, and also as well I'll be able to get the rollers out on the 6930 here, because we do the rolling ourselves on the farm, but the farmer from next door, he does the ploughing and the drilling and the harvesting with his combine as well. He doesn't do the spraying. Frontier do the spraying, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about what goes on the farm and who does what and how everything operates. That's basically how it operates there. So, and I've got the 6930 and the JCB. The 6930 does the feeding on the farm. It also transports all of the cattle to the marshes, and it also as well, I use it for getting bales in, and it does a bit of straw carting and hay carting, but mainly it sits on the feeder and it feeds the cattle throughout the winter months. And then also in the summer as well, we've got a new mulch mower, which I'm hoping to show you guys soon, which we're using for mowing the conservation tracks. We also use the 6930 for mowing bird cover strips and other areas which require topping as well. And I'm hoping at some point to put it actually on the front of the John Deere here. If we get a front PTO, we could put it on the front of the John Deere. But yeah, so mainly it does a lot of those jobs, and I'm hoping going into the future that not only with the Olly's Farm YouTube and what we get up to, if Olly's Farm generated revenue, we could start doing our own work on the farm. For example, we can start doing I could start doing the ploughing and some other jobs as well. It would be really nice to do. So that's what's going on the farm, guys. If you've got any questions, last night I actually started an Instagram live stream, which was quite fun, because I've never done a live stream before, but I was going to do them on YouTube, but I've just found them on Instagram, and I quite like doing the live streams on Instagram. So if you'd like to see me doing a live stream, I'll be doing one on Thursday at 6 o'clock in the evening. You can just log on to Instagram, and if you just go on my story, it will take you to the live stream, and I'll be answering all of your questions on there and talking to everyone, and it will be for approximately 10 minutes. So do go and check that out on Thursday at 6 o'clock to go and check out my live streams. Okay, so I've taken the John Deere off the trailer and I put it onto the feeder machine, and I now show you guys Dad doing the evening feed with the 6930. And there we go, the load of muck was taken out earlier today, and also you just saw the evening feed there with Dad with the 6930. So as always, do follow the Olly's Farm Instagram page, which is ollys.farm in the Instagram search bar. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button down below, and you can also tap the little bell to be notified when there is a new episode of Olly's Farm. And don't forget, you can get your Olly's Farm 6930 tractor art posters at ollys-farm.com. That's OLLYS-farm.com. And as always, do comment, rate and subscribe for plenty more videos to come.